There's a huge evolution this season. It's the first time that we show what we call the apex aliens, who are really the sentient aliens who are behind this invasion.
Well, hello. My name is Russ Milheim from The Direct. It's great to speak with you about the show.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
You know, I just jumping right in. My first question about season three is watching it. It starts immediately with a 2-year time jump, uh, instead of immediately addressing that cliffhanger. And so I'm just curious, in your own words, why that choice, and why did you feel that was the best jumping off point for this season?
Part of what I really like about TV versus movies is I think there's just a little bit more possibility to be radical in the storytelling. And so I wanted to surprise people with the way this season started. I also was interested in seeing our characters trying to go back to some sense of normalcy, like what they would be like in the post-war times or the post-invasion times, which otherwise we wouldn't have a real opportunity to show. And so I wanted to see them sort of settled or unsettled into society in their lives again, and then shatter that before bringing them all together. So I thought it would be a more interesting way to start the season. And I also felt like it'd be interesting to use flashbacks to tell some of the story of what happened on that ship. And I didn't want the season to become too much about that mission from season two. I wanted to have mystery around it. So for all those reasons, I just thought it'd be interesting to see a post-invasion world in the middle of an alien invasion show.
Well, I think it was a good choice. So
Thanks.
people, it's an alien show, so it should come as no surprise that people love aliens.
Mhm.
What can you tease when it comes to season three about how the alien threat and their presence in the show will feature and also evolve for this new season?
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge evolution this season. It's the first time that we show what we call the apex aliens, who are really the sentient aliens who are behind this invasion. And so not only do we learn more about them and learn more about why they're here, but we see this whole different style look of an alien that feels like it has intelligence and personality even. And designing this apex alien was definitely, from a visual standpoint, the most ambitious and involved thing we've done on the show to date. And Louis looked at everything from jellyfish to insects around the world to obviously the alien references from various movies and television shows, and wanted to create something that was scary and felt dangerous, but also was sort of beautiful and ethereal and even sort of mesmerizing or hypnotic. And so it took a lot of incredible artists. It took a lot of iterations. It took a lot of time, but I really love it.
Now, I do need to squeeze in a quick unrelated question for you.
Mhm.
You are working on a new Star Wars trilogy. And fans have been there have been many project announcements from Lucasfilms that just never end up happening. So what can you say to fans to assure them that we will eventually see your movies realized?
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I can't say anything. But maybe that's a good indicator. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sworn to secrecy on that stuff, and I take it pretty seriously. So I can just say I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. It was an extraordinary thing to be able to be part of the process at the beginning of the new Lucasfilm, way back in the day before they even sold to Disney. It was incredible to work on Star Wars Rebels, to be around those movies, and I'm just a huge fan. I guess I would leave it at that.
Jumping back to Invasion,
Yeah.
at this point, now that you have completed season three, what are the long-term plans for the show? How far do you see this story going hypothetically?
Well, hypothetically, I don't know because when I started the series, I imagined it would be four seasons, maybe five, and I had to have some sense of where it could go in that amount of time. But the nice thing about working in a serialized form is that I get surprised a lot. Like I never would have imagined 2 seasons ago that we would make a 2-year jump. I probably wouldn't have, like when I started the series, I thought we'd do 1 season of all the different characters separate, and then the second season they would come together. But it felt like there was still more ground to cover in the second season. So there's always surprises when you're working, at least for me. And I'm still learning this medium. I've spent most of my career, 2 decades plus, in features with a little bit of television, but really primarily features. So I'm still learning how to tell TV stories.
Yeah.
But I did imagine and do imagine at least a season 4, and obviously that's not up to me. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Real quick, another alien show that you work on is
Mhm.
Sugar. I was just
Mhm.
wondering, can you briefly tease any release update for this last question?
I don't actually know the release, to be honest with you. But we've been shooting it, and it's got some really cool, surprising things in it this season. Maybe not as shocking as the twist
Yeah,
from last season.
it was a
I don't
big
know that
twist.
anything will be ever quite that shocking. But we have just a great team that worked on it, and Colin Farrell is such an amazing partner and real producer and creative mind in the process, and so it's been fun and it's been cool to watch everybody work.
Well, thank you again for talking to me about the show. I look forward to everyone getting to see the mystery of season 3 unfold, and I assume there will be plenty more where that came from.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Good talking to
Thank
you.
you.